Welcome back to part 2 of Our Queen Crumbles. That's the name of the system and the name of the game that we're playing. I'm very excited to be back here with these wonderful players. To start I'm like, introducing a part 2. I've never run a part 2 before of a game. This is fun. I'm like, I'm going to do this. As a reminder, folks, we are raising money for the Trans Latina Coalition as part of our Pride Game charity streams, most of which are going into July at this point. Because, life happens. We are busy queer people. So sometimes things happen and we need to run into July, which is great because,
Pride Month is every month.
Pride Month is every month, especially around here on Sword and Key. So you can donate to raise money or to help us out in this game. Sort of help, I guess. It's questionable. We do have a few incentives. You can add, if for donations, you can add giving the players an additional trait or item. You can also help us find an additional rumor about the assassin for this game. I can't remember if those might be the only ones that we have. This is a GM-less, dice-less game of roleplay. It is a game about love and loss and all of the difficulties. There's a cat butt on our screen currently. Thank you, Seth, so much.
Thank you, Finn. Very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. We have a cat. I feel like if I had known about that, I'm like, we're gonna have the incentive to for the cat cam. That would raise so much money.
We could just, absolutely.
I mean, we're not.
I'll switch to the cat cam. It's set up.
We're not doing that. We're not. But that's good to know for future games.
Fine, it's not an incentive, but if you donate, maybe my finger accidentally pushes the button to my other webcam
perhaps
that happens to be set up on my cat.
It's not an official incentive, but we might get bonus cat butt should you donate to this game.
There's only one way to find out.
Who knows? So that's very exciting. As a reminder, there's a few content warnings for this game. It can be a little on the heavily emotional side, so please take care of yourselves. We'll be using safety tools as per usual. And I am trying to pin this and can't. There we go. I am a professional. It's great. So without further ado, I would love for our players to introduce themselves and their characters and who you're playing. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to have you introduce yourselves first, and then I'll do the little recap of where we are, where we have been, and all of the things that have happened along the way, or at least the relevant information. So let's start out with, actually, we're going to start at the top of my screen here, which is Tay.
Hello, I'm Tay. My pronouns are she, her. Today I will be playing Amalthea, the Gravity Witch, also she, her.
And sibling of the Queen, read your introduction.
Oh, do the whole thing?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Hold on, let me lock in.
You can do it.
The Gravity Witch, magical companion of the Queen, cried in rage. Her tears hung suspended in the air like diamonds, dancing. Every spell she threw at the assassin had slipped. The witch had failed.
Beautiful. Julia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Lavish. I use any pronouns, and today will continue to be playing Faolán, the changeling heir and son of the queen, who uses he/him pronouns. The changeling heir, adoptive child of the queen, let a melancholy face fall away to don a furious one instead. Death was foreign and alien to him, so was grief. The heir had failed.
All right. No lover of the queen. My good friend Seth, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Seth. I use they, them pronouns. Today I'll be playing Calanthe, who is the Fae Cursed Hunter, who uses she, her pronouns. Calanthe, Fae Cursed Hunter, the lover of the queen, ill-fated envoy of the queen, appeared kneeling out of thin air, her lips still whispering a supplication to the fairy binder. The Fae had not heeded her. The hunter had failed.
And hi, everybody. I am Lady Dame. I'll be facilitating this journey to a certain, insofar as there is any sort of such thing for a GM-less game. And I am playing Trace. We both use she, her pronouns. Trace is the Shrouded Watcher. The Shrouded Watcher's sinister eye of the queen was the last to stumble through the gates. Too old for her uniform, she could only stare at the queen's spirit as it escaped her body. The Watcher has failed. That's fine. Where we were after the last session, for those of you who are just joining us, an assassin stumbled into the palace of the Lonely City and took out the sovereign of Holloway, our queen, whose name
Gwyneth.
Our Queen Gwyneth. Thank you ever so much. I thought I had written that down somewhere. Our Queen Gwyneth. And in doing so, much chaos ensued. Our Gravity Witch is the one who transformed her, keeping her in some weird semblance of life, and in between some semblance between life and death, trapping her into a statue. This is our Queen of Mist, Moss, and Mourning. Is what she has been. Gwyneth was known as. Along the journey, we started in the Lonely City. We made our way to the Silver Garden Pass, then to the Lakebed Lands, and then finally to the Water under the Mill, searching for rumors of the assassin. As we traveled, the queen's body started to begin to sprout cracks. Continuing on, her joints grind and click as she walks. She is desperately thirsty, but body cannot drink. And then in the last... Oh, no, this was actually in the Lakebed Lens, I think, is when she lost her mark of royalty on the journey, which was her staff, which sort of makes her a little hard... It makes it harder for her to walk. But we did find some rumors about the assassin, and actually got an extra rumor thanks to our donations from our lovely viewers. We have found out that the assassin, the Fateful Blade, trained at the same magic school as the Gravity Witch. So they may or may not have some history there. We haven't discovered beyond that. That this assassin stops at every temple on the road. And they are also obsessed with the writings of the Bloody Historian. They are considered a hero by those who resent the queen, and we've met a few people, specifically at the Lakebed Lands, who were not fans of the queen. And we have also learned that they kill someone every month when the moon is empty, which is alarming. And I believe that's everything, which means it's time to kick things off as we move from the Water under the Mill onto the Skywalk Berg, which I will explain what that is and what's happening there. So the Skywalk Bridge stretches over a chasm on the highway towards the Lonely City. Atop it rises the floating castle, welcoming nobles from all over the queendom, and a burg split in two by the abyss. So, for if you can see on our map here, there's 2 different cities and a bridge with a castle in the middle of it. The floating castle. That's fine. The white and red districts live for the rivalry between the vineyards growing out of each side of the cliff and compete in the white-red or red-white paleo. The name depends on which side you visit, whether it's the white-red or the red-white. So the castle folk enjoy fine wine and entertainment as they wait for an audience from the queen. Our queen, the one who is currently crumbling. That's fine. And the question we have to face is, does the party take the side of the red or the white district? How do the nobles react at the sight of the queen after waiting so long for an audience? And I feel that we have a couple different backdrops to start from. There is the floating castle itself, the cliffside vineyards, and the tournament grounds. And I'm sort of tempted, after we spent sort of a restless night at the water under the mill, I feel like we would head towards the floating castle itself in the middle. I think at this point in our journey, does the party take the side of the red or white district? I think is an interesting question. I'm almost tempted to say that we might be kind of split on whose side we take. I feel like perhaps our group has different opinions depending on our relationships with the right or red district. The thing is, these are white and red wines. I believe the vibe I'm getting is these are vineyards and one specializes in white wine and the other specializes in red wine. It's their main export. And I could be wrong.
I think I agree with you.
Uh-huh.
It specifically says like they live for the rivalry between the vineyards themselves. So I'm assuming the castle folk, the product.
The castle folk enjoy fine wine, and I feel like, I think it's the silliest thing, and in a very serious game, it's such a silly thing to be like, have a rivalry over white versus red, especially when rosé exists. It's like in between. But I feel like we each have to like feel for ourselves, each of our characters, and I may be wrong about this, about who has a preference for red versus white. I have my guesses, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were split over which side. And then I think the nobles reacting to the side of the queen after waiting so long for an audience, like they've been waiting for so long. I think this is gonna. I think there's obviously.
I wonder if they even realize it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially without her.
She doesn't have her mark of royalty anymore.
Oh, mark of royalty. Yeah.
It had been a staff. The
staff is gone. Staff
with stars.
Yeah. Yeah,
which would be quite flashy, I would like to imagine.
So I think there's a lot of still anticipation and disappointment, not recognizing her. I'm very curious though. I feel that Trace very strongly favors the red district.
I think Amalthea is on that same
interesting
path. Yeah.
Faolán is 15 and
does
not care.
That checks out.
I think Calanthe is a hunter and does not care.
Fair enough.
Red it is, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so I think... All right. It's always like the first getting into these scenes themselves is always like... And there is one thing left, and that is how the queen has degraded as part of... that gets determined ahead of time at the beginning of these scenes. And I think... Where did you go? There you are. I feel like at this point, I do kind of love the queen no longer remembers, especially since we're being asked whether or not, like, how the nobles are responding to her. The queen no longer remembers her own name, only responding to her sobriquet is fascinating.
Queen of Mist, Moss, and Morning.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we have to say the mouthful every time?
I know, literally.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
I'm sorry, but I'm not really all that sorry. So I think as we head into, from
One more point of order.
Uh-huh.
Do we know Calanthe is blind now?
Oh,
forgot.
right. That happened.
It did happen. Oh, I think that would have been something that she did not keep from the party, if only because
How would
she
you?
had been, first of all, how? Second of all, I think she had kind of been internally gearing up to kind of face up to the state that the queen is in, and now is kind of relying on her as her eyes.
On the queen?
And yeah.
Oh!
So one's like, she
Oh,
can
very
kind of help
interesting.
steady her while she walks, but she doesn't know where they're going.
Sure.
So yes, she would have informed the party like as soon as everybody woke up. I don't think she wouldn't have woken anybody up with this small piece of news, letting everybody sleep. But
It's a fine state when our hunter can't see the path ahead. Which is why I think heading towards the city is a wise choice for the moment. Besides, get some rest and some provisions to move forward. I think heading onto the bridge, or heading toward inside the floating castle. I'm like not even sure that I think into the floating castle is sort of interesting. There's like a bunch of nobles gathered there, right? Like they're milling about in like the big foyer open courtroom and there's an empty throne. But I think I don't know if any of them would notice us as we walk in with right, if they don't know who this queen is.
Yeah.
by now, I assume we're all kind of like dirty and bedraggled as
Yeah.
well. So
And I think Trace would go in first, maybe with would Faolán be right next to Trace, or where would Faolán be hanging out?
I don't know. Because if she's not responding to Gwyneth anymore, I don't know if she responds to Mama anymore.
Don't think so.
Holy shit.
So he's not doing good, y'all. So I think he wants to stick like somewhere in between. I think he doesn't know where to go, really.
Oh,
just kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what? I know exactly where we're going in this floating castle. Even though nobody seems to be around. There's a group of knights that serve here called the Surgeon Knights. And I think if any of them are able to help us with Our Lady of Mist, Moss, and Morning, I regret everything that I have, every decision I have made. If they are going to let us, and I think Trace will bow to Her Majesty. I believe the Surgeon Knights, if anybody can potentially help us. I had some dealings with them at some point back.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Wonderful. And I think come this way and sort of try and bat my way through the crowd of people. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the name of one of them that I used to know. Probably Reginald? Reginald, I think that was the name of the surgeon knight. Excuse me, people. And I feel like... Has anyone seen... We are the retinue of the Queen, Our Lady...
Oh, we're just announcing that. Okay.
Yes. Well, they've been waiting for her.
Well, okay.
Right? She is afforded some respect.
Well, yeah, but what are they gonna do?
Help us find the people we're looking for.
Okay.
At the very least, she can take her place on the throne. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Well, I don't know. I just don't know if she wants people to see her like this.
Past that.
I look at our queen. My lady, would you like to sit on your throne? I'm sorry, my lady of Mist, Moss, and Morning. Would you like to sit on your throne?
I think she turns, not quite her head, but just like she is made of stone, of alabaster. So she sort of like turns somewhat to look in your direction, but doesn't say anything, and heads toward the throne as people like part for her, not really understanding what's going on, but seeing this moving statue. And it's the way the stone works is so strange because it feels like the movement is both restrictive and also in some ways does what she needs. So she is able to sit, but she is sitting on a throne, and she is not a human. She is a statue. And I think there are the murmurs of the crowd, of the nobles, confused, just lots of just like muttering and misunderstanding, and
I think somebody bumps into Faolán, specific, like in the crowd as they're murmuring.
Hey,
Hey, what are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for the queen, and there's somebody on the throne who shouldn't be on the throne.
Yeah, that's her.
The heck? That's not her. I don't have an accent. Sorry. There's like 12 million accents happening. What do you mean that's some brand... What? That's a thing. That's one of those forged creatures.
I'm gonna take my hood down. I don't know how well known my face is as the prince. I feel like I don't make as many public appearances, but maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna take my hood down. That's your queen. She's sick, okay?
And you look like Faolán right now.
Yeah.
I think...
I always do. What do you mean?
I've
always had
feel
this
like
face.
people know. I feel like people know.
I would think
I think
so.
the nobles would know for sure.
Oh,
like they've probably seen you around the court.
Yeah.
My lord, I'm so sorry. If you say that's the queen, my apologies.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
She looks like one of those golems.
That's what I was saying. You know, one of those... When I was telling the... I'm sorry, Crown Prince. That's what I was saying. It looks like one of those golems that, you know, are constructs or whatever that are...
Shut up.
Do they think they can send a fake to placate us when they've kept us waiting for so long?
I'm gonna go up and stand next to her. Just, all of you, shut up!
I think the room goes dead quiet.
and then immediately overwhelmed by everyone looking at him, kind of like looks at Trace and is like, "You do it."
You're the one who was talking. You can do it.
And now I want you to talk.
Well, then you should introduce me to the crowd.
Everyone, listen to Trace.
All right. Yes, pardon everyone. I know this is perhaps a bit alarming. Trace doesn't have an accent. I know this is perhaps a bit alarming. But, the Queen is in a bit of trouble. This is Our Lady of Mist, Moss, and Morning who demands your respect. I am looking for Sir Reginald of the Surgeon Knights. Has anybody seen Sir Reginald? In the meantime, this is your queen. Please behave accordingly. And our crown prince, Faolán. I don't normally do the talking either. This is rough. I normally just stand behind and tell the stories. But you did good. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think Sir Reginald will step out of the crowd, sort of off to the side, having watched all of this. And he is being asked for specifically, and will step out and acknowledge, walking towards the throne, but not like fully approaching it as the queen is on it. That would be inappropriate. So he sort of like stands off to the side, but acknowledges you specifically, Trace.
And then I'm going to gesture for Sir Reginald to come join. Where is Amalthea at this moment? Are you with us in the rest of the? Are you with I know Faolán and Trace are at the dais essentially or near the throne.
I think I would have kept off to the side. I think hearing the murmurings, the mutterings, the whispers of like what happened to her, why is she like this, has sort of affected Amalthea. And so in an attempt to just like hide, she is not, she's like off to, she's nearby, you can see her, but she is way off in like a corner off to the side of the wall of the hall that you guys are in.
I think then that Trace would gesture for or would leave the dais to go to Sir Reginald. I just need to introduce you to and I think she would drag him over to Amalthea specifically. So Reginald, this is the Lady Amalthea. She is a very talented witch, and the reason that our queen sits upon the throne now. I admittedly don't understand how this works, but maybe if the two of you put your heads together, you might be able to come up with a solution to this problem.
So, Reginald, how proficient are you in magics?
I think he like scoffs and maybe like gestures to this like long sword at his hip.
Yeah.
Never needed it.
Oh, great, he sucks.
Sorry.
No, I think that's so valid because, like, surgeon.
I say with all the love in the world.
He's a surgeon knight, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's the surgeon. Like, there's a certain amount of like. It's very physical. I would not say it's very magical. I think you're so right on for that.
No, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, I didn't take it that way. You're fine.
Right. Well,
You're saying magic is responsible for her, and he kind of like looks her up and down, her state.
it was all I could do to keep her alive.
Hmm. Well, there's no use having you out here in amongst the rabble. Come, all of you. I think he'll like kind of usher the group into somewhere that isn't just absolutely like jam-packed with nobles and people who are I'd like to think the crowd's probably fucking starting to turn, right?
Are we leaving the queen, or are we taking her with us? She's sitting on the throne.
Yeah, you gotta bring the patient, right?
Just gotta look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like hearing Reginald say that, I'll take her hand and just, Mama, we're gonna go now. Are you? And she doesn't look at me. And I'm gonna step a little more in front of her face and try to like get in the way of her eye line. I'm sorry, this is probably embarrassing. We shouldn't have made you do this. But come on. And I'm gonna hold her hand and try to get her to stand up and follow me.
I think if you hold her hand, she will take it. She recognizes the gestures of royalty in that way. And it grinds and clinks and makes a lot of noise as she stands back up. And I
The
think
murmurs from the nobles kick back up as she once again is like making noise.
Oh yeah,
as
they're
we
paying
leave the
attention
hall.
now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, as we're leaving, just turn back to the crowd and just, she's sick! Can you just leave her alone?
I sort of wonder, based on the rumors that we have and the things that we have learned, if somebody in the crowd from the red side, because I imagine the room is split between those from the red district and those from the white district. If somebody from the red district doesn't like toss their glass of wine at the queen.
I'm drawing my motherfucking sword.
Oh no.
Do you want to roll a die for that? I have dice right
Do
here.
we roll dice?
I mean,
you want to roll a die for that?
What it means.
That
Yeah,
feels like
I
a big decision. Evens for yes, odds for no.
Of me succeeding at draw.
Of somebody doing that.
I thought,
oh.
okay. I thought you wanted me to roll initiative.
No, yeah, I thought we were fighting. I was like, oh lord.
I'm not making y'all fight.
No, but I can't get that image out of my head that as they pass through
But
that's
don't
happening.
be that disrespectful.
Well,
We've kind of established that a lot of people may not necessarily
Yeah, they don't
Right?
respect or understand.
respect her. And why would they respect her
Child.
now in this moment of like vulnerability?
Yeah.
if that happens, and I love this. If Faolán draws his sword, what's Calanthe doing?
I can't fucking like.
Can't see it.
I like
You
to
would-
think that this
You
whole
would
time she's
hear-
been like in the crowd just listening to things, like
Yeah.
trying to hone in on rumors. I think that when she hears a commotion, maybe she can like push her way like towards the sound of like metal.
Yeah, you would definitely hear me saying like, "Which one of you did that?"
I think she kind of like stumbles her way, and maybe with her hand she like could find like it's a rapier, right? Is it a rapier?
It is a. Let me find the exact terminology.
Misericord. What are we working with?
It's a war needle.
A war needle.
War
That's
needle.
so cool. What?
Hello, let me Google.
So I don't know if that's a real thing or if that's just something the game. I'm picturing a rapier, but like very long and cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like I'm picturing like a glass fancier, more fantasy version of Weiss's sword from Ruby.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Like fencing sword but like tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's real long, it's real sharp.
Cool. So I think that she kind of like feels it and feels that like this is a distinct material that this thing is made out of. It may not even be all that sharp. And she just kind of like is able to like kind of like point the blade like downwards and kind of follow it up to Faolán's hand.
Mm.
As she kind of joins him wherever on the dais, if they're still on the dais. Faolán. Save it.
They can't just do that.
I know. It hurts to see her like this.
We should get her out of here. You're right. This was a bad idea.
Sheath my sword and just take her hand and walk her off.
I think Calanthe just follows behind, kind of has like a hand on Faolán's back to find her way out.
I do also think that Sir Reginald, after all of that commotion, is perhaps like, I don't know that there's much that I can do to help, magic not being my forte, but the only way this sort of thing happens, there's maybe not much you could have done or can do. I've never seen somebody that's turned into a construct like this, but the way that the cracks are forming is similar. If I saw that on a living body, I would say they had been hit with a curse. Like a blade that was cursed of some kind.
Just do something.
There's nothing I can do, my liege.
Try.
This is beyond anything that I've seen before. And no, a curse mixed with the magic, the gray magic, I don't.
Then find us someone who knows what they're doing.
That is not to me. There are places in this world that may have a better idea, but it is not here.
A cursed blade, you said?
Yes.
That's information. We've got what we needed. We should go. Amalthea starts to walk out of the room.
Yeah, just looks at this guy with so much disdain. And is like, just blew up at some civilians and is like trying to remember his like princely composure training and isn't saying every horrible thing that's coming into his head, but it's all there in a look. And will also take his mom's hand and leave.
I really feel like the vibe of these two rooms specifically, like, I think that not only have the civilians kind of turned, but I kind of think some of the knights maybe even, like, are maybe not bowing the way they're supposed to.
Oh my god.
On your way out, like, maybe just, like, giving a side eye and, like, a nod, perhaps. I think it's just whispers everywhere.
I don't know if Gwyneth, like, even notices.
No, I think that she, as she follows, is still probably in that, like, maybe is still like that queenly stature as she walks out, though. Like, she's still very, like, shoulders back and, like, walking correctly with, like, her chin level and everything. And is probably just oblivious to the rancid rancid vibes.
I think Trace is probably the last to leave, following behind everybody, sort of nodding to Sir Reginald. And
Ooh, I think he stops her on the way out,
oh,
actually.
yeah.
And he just kind of like, I think he puts a hand on her shoulder and just kind of glowers down at her almost. Like, why did you bring her here? Of all places.
I thought that I'm just looking for answers, for solutions. I'm looking for solutions. You know me.
Many
I'm always-
rumors will be formed today.
I know. It was a mistake. But
I wish you luck on your travels.
thank you. You were helpful, and I appreciate all that you have shown. But,
Well, thank you for showing my men that they no longer have a sovereign to speak of.
Can I kill him?
I don't know about that. The young prince may surprise us all in the end. But your concern is noted.
Coronations take time.
Look at this guy.
I'm literally looking at what I have. I'm gonna do something about this man.
Do something about this man we all made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something about him.
I think he'll kind of like, he'll show Trace out, and he, for his part, I think will bow. If one can bow with a sense of sarcasm while seeming completely in line, I feel like that is the energy. Because essentially you've walked in here and just like blown up his world.
Yep, sure
You know,
did.
like now he has to field all these questions from his men and these people who he has to deal with all the time anyways.
I think
There's zero respect.
Seeing that bow, like Amalthea has left the room, but is waiting just outside, sees the level of disrespect that he has offered, and just like a light flick of her wrist. And if you could see it, it would be almost like just like wisps of like spider silk, very thin. And as he stands up from his bow and just like breathes in, that silk goes down, like goes in through his mouth, and he just coughs a little bit, almost like clearing his throat. And we all leave, but in the coming days, that man will get very sick, very slowly.
Hell yeah.
I have decided that as that happens, because I think Calanthe was like kind of down whatever road waiting on Amalthea and Trace. I think when Amalthea casts her spell, I think Amalthea, like, there's like a light behind her eyes that she can kind of sense. And if she turns her head, I think she could see the strands like clear as day.
The thing that I'm claiming here is the last gasp of a dying man crystallized. When that man dies,
Yo.
Yes.
breath will come back to me.
Yes.
I do need to pick a trait. That was not a trait. That was the continuation of my
It
last
was
trait.
spicy little flavor though, and I love it.
Yes.
I can't believe you took this man's lungs.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. He's rude.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
He's
Rude and
kicking us while we're
unhelpful.
down.
He is.
Could have been nice about it.
Could have been respectful.
Could have been, truly could have. It was very completely optional, by the way.
The bar is in hell.
I
I love that we all played this man and we made him suck, and then we got mad about it.
How dare!
Absolutely. I think Trace will take, as on her way out after getting lambasted, will just grab a cup of wine of red, pour it into, or like decant it into a silver flask that she owns, and then drinks it. Like on her way out. It's like a big, and chugs it, which is totally not the way you're supposed to. Like, actually, maybe it's 2 glasses of wine. She like chugs one and pours the other in her flask for later. I feel like is where that's going. Yeah, that's so good, man. Wow. That poor Surgeon Knight.
Poor?
No,
He's fine.
No, he's fine.
He's fine.
He'll
He'll die.
I took what
You
I-
know,
what I want for my
totally.
satchel.
Like, it'll be kind of sad, but he's lived a fine life.
Not for us.
Be
He'll
kind of
get-
bad.
He'll get time to say goodbye to his family.
Yeah.
It won't be
Holy shit.
particularly
Wow.
painful.
Jesus Christ.
He'll just be dead soon.
Wow.
There will be no cure.
Well, we have our rumor, which is that the assassin carries a cursed blade made unclean by betrayal.
Indeed.
Um,
I have to turn my AC back on now.
You're fine. Which I think, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do, we can have Seth pick our next location.
Let me add that rumor to our little running list
Yes.
here.
And I do have it. It's probably really small on screen for our viewers. Do have a running list of ours as well.
There we go. I'll put it in the chat
Beautiful.
for us.
Wonderful.
And let me look at the mappy map. So I could get this name correct. Oh my god, it's so far up. Whatever. Whatever the name of the magic school is.
The House of Grey Magic.
Thank you.
You want to read that for us?
I would love to. Let me find it.
Yeah, you got this.
I was staring at my traits and satchels and curses and all that shit. House of Grey Magic. Binding pacts, words of power in a library that may only be found by those who ask the right questions. These are the pillars of the House of Grey Magic, wrapped in mists that only its lighthouse tower can ward away. The mists are hungry, and the only thing keeping the house's stones together is the astral circle drawn by Fey architects when it was built, and renewed on every full moon by the curator of the house. Questions for my party.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe you saw in the mist? And who is the librarian on call today? And what do they think of the questions that brought you here? I can answer the second one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the questions that brought us here are going to bring very ill fortune to the House of Grey Magic, as we are kind of following these threads back to someone who seemed to have some involvement with it. So I think that this librarian is being very like... if we were to ask them specific questions about patrons or students especially, it's very... I can't give you that information. I can't give that information to someone who is not, like, staff or student themselves. I think that they definitely have, like, a wall up.
I feel like we may have each seen something different in the mist. I don't know that we saw the same things.
No.
Which then begs the question, what did we see? Like I just love the idea that it's like something different appeared to each of us, especially since so many of us have ties to the Fae and ties to different things.
I know what mine is if someone else wants to go first.
No, go. If you know, I have to look.
I think Faolán is tired of getting no answers. So I think he's waiting outside the library while everyone else deals with that. And he's sitting with her, with the queen, still talking to her, but he's getting tired. And especially now that he's really getting like next to nothing back. Sometimes he'll say the sobriquet just to get her to look at him, but hates that he can't say mama and get her attention. And then I see a silhouette in the mist of a boy who looks exactly like me.
Oh.
And was supposed to be me, but isn't, because I won, and she chose me. But, it's still frightening. And I think I stand up and I tell my mother to wait, and I draw the war needle and I try to run after him. And my face becomes that blinding star, and I swipe through the mist, but there's no one there.
We should have let you go last.
I know. You're right.
God damn. I think the thing Amalthea sees in the mist is herself failing to stop the assassin. And I think it's one of those things that just sort of pops up in different, it's like optical illusion out of the corner of your eye. When you turn to look at it, it's gone. And at a certain point, she just stares at the ground and walks forward because she can't bear to keep seeing her failure over and over and over.
I think as Trace looks out into the mist as well, like almost probably in, I would say in sort of the same eye line where Faolán saw their person, Trace sees a giant black wolf that is stalking its prey, and it seems to be headed straight for the queen. And I think mere moments after Faolán draws his blade, the war needle, Trace will draw hers, which is this massive black iron-like blade that is darker than anything. It's almost like a void, and draws that onto this wolf. And I think much the same way that there's nothing there for when Trace goes to swing. This is Respite, the Prince of Death's blade. And she's seen the at a wolf that she has recognized and maybe seen once before, a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
For Calanthe, um,
Eyes. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think
Oh, true.
oh,
Well,
don't worry. I think that as they had gotten closer to the House of Magic, it's almost like because the air is so thick with like the I'm going to try and not use like a word from another series with the remnants of spells and rituals and just the beings of Fae that she can almost make out like the shape of this tower of the school. But it's almost like seeing negative space where she's very aware of like the things inside of it that have magical like affinities and abilities. When she turns her head outside, she's not really aware of the mist aside from maybe there's like some remnant humidity in the air as it does when there's like a foggy day. Um, and she sees the shape of her first steed, which was a spider deer from the Druid's court that she raised by herself, and it was the thing that carried her back after her ordeal with the fairy binder. It's back at the castle, like safely stabled. She knows it's not here. Um, and her spider deer was a stag. So the first thing that she sees when it's like this ghostly presence is walking towards her are these like giant, really, I'd like to think they're just for the vibes. I like to think that they're just like dripping with like flowers, these huge antlers. And she obviously like has that moment of like, what are you doing here? And you're not here. Also, everything else around you is black. Like, I know you're not. This doesn't make any kind of logical sense. And as she settles, she feels um, a splitting pain behind both of her temples as two very small antlers begin to pierce through her skin, one on either side, above her brow. So this is the Fae blessing. Bear your horns with pride, my child. They shall strike my foes down.
Again, blessing in big ol' quotes.
I've been trying to do them, and I feel like they're never big enough. I should have made cutouts.
Yeah, just hold up two air quotes anytime you're doing anything. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Jesus
Look, I'm
Christ.
behind on them. I could add another one. Like I need like
Yeah.
two more, I think. And I think as they emerge, where you would expect to see blood and where she would expect to feel the warmth of blood like on her palms, it's warm and it's a little sticky. The additional blessing is forget the red of blood, my child, only sweet amber sap shall run in your veins.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
This is real fucked up.
Cool. Cool. Love that.
Are these happening at relatively the same time? I know
I
I said
think
I
it
was
is.
doing it while y'all were in the library.
Yeah. I think I sort of switched that up a little bit, partly because I think I definitely sort of had the idea that Trace and Faolán would have drawn their swords at relatively the same time, going after different apparitions.
I think finishing with mine, with my human counterpart. Remind me, I believe Calanthe is the only one who knows what I am.
I don't. Trace doesn't.
Right. And I don't believe Amalthea would. Okay, yeah. I think I turn to face Calanthe and my face is still a star for just a second, but seeing the antlers, just like he gets spooked and remembers to put his human face back on. Whether or not anyone else saw it, I will leave to them.
I don't think
but
Trace did. I think I was too
Definitely
focused in my vision.
yeah. Calanthe, are you okay?
And she's like feeling these. I don't think they're huge. I think they're just like,
Yeah.
Like cute, like tiefling sized. Tiefling sized antlers.
They just split through my head.
They just split through my skull. I grew them myself. It's no big deal. And again, I think that she's, strangely enough, I think that as a hunter, she's maybe like the adrenaline kind of takes over from the pain, and she's just more like weirded out at the texture that she's feeling. Like, this is bone, and this is not blood in her hands. And I do think that when Faolán initially turned, she probably saw like the shape of his head like change for like a second.
Yeah. It doesn't look that bad.
And again, I think what I read out, I like to think she hears when it happens, because it's like the binder is speaking to her. Mm-hmm. Horns. Is this sap? Can you tell me what is this?
Yeah.
It holds out her hands.
Yeah. I'm not touching it, but yes.
Are you all right? What did you see?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing.
You ran off. What? Was there something out there?
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't real.
Is everyone else okay?
We should keep moving.
I feel like as Faolán and Calanthe are speaking, the queen takes that moment. You have on your list a piece of decay that she doesn't actually have, but I'm going to add it in here. Because I think she reaches out to touch Calanthe's face and the horns specifically, and runs her fingers along them. And as she does so, the arm that touches the arm that touches the horns slowly starts to like shatter and disintegrate.
She did have her arm shatter last game.
Have the arm.
I don't believe that's true, because I have.
It is, because it was I described.
Oh, really?
I described it. I do remember.
Yeah, it was when we were at the mill grain.
Yeah,
she like
it
walked
was
into a tree in it.
Yeah,
we should have had, but that would have been 5 though.
We had an extra one, no?
No.
Oh, we had an extra rumor.
We had an extra rumor. We should have. The 4 that we had was the body begins to sprout cracks. She lost her mark of royalty on the journey. The joints grind and click as she walks, and then it's the desperately thirsty one that I had wrong.
We had that one. We talked about it, but I think
I marked it. We didn't have it.
I for sure had that down, because we incorporated it into the tavern.
Yeah.
Yes. All the ones that Seth wrote down, we do have.
Okay, great.
If we have one too many, we could just not add one for this scene.
No, that's fair. And that might have been on me, because I was like, I don't have it marked down, and that's on me. My bad. Well, that's fine. Maybe it's the other arm. I still like it.
You can have no arms.
Yeah.
Maybe it just cracks a little bit.
It's another crack that sprouts.
Just another crack. It's fine.
No, that's cool. It's cool.
Well, I could color it. I can hold on. So it's just a little crack, but I think as she touches it, like there's like a little bit of sap that like weeps through.
Ooh.
And I think Calanthe, probably for the first time on this journey, like reaches up to like feel and like knows her by touch, and just kind of like holds on to this weird ass fucking alabaster that is not her lover's hand.
Yeah. Maybe then I feel like there's a moment here where she's like, where you two are. Is this the first time? No, because you were walking with her before.
I was
Yeah.
I was trying to color it like she'd been avoiding her for most of session 1, and then this one she kind of has to rely on her. So she's been walking with her, if only because wherever she's walking, where everyone else is walking, and she just kind of has like a hand on her shoulder or something to help guide her as she's walking.
Oh, you know what? Then I think that then I do know. I think what my thought as part of this scene is that as she touches the hand, and maybe I was missing this, is that as you like hold, you said you grabbed her hand?
I did, yeah. She was touching the horn, and I first like kind of, because I assume it's her, but she's touching and makes sure, knows her by touch. Of course, it's stone.
And I think this is not something that Calanthe would see, but the place where she touched the horn and where Calanthe touches her hand, they turn a sort of like ash gray as her touch leaves marks that may not be erased.
Love.
Yeah, I think there's our bringing it around.
Love.
Yeah.
I think that she can't see this. I think she feels it, though.
Yeah.
I think there's like a little... This is probably inherently some kind of magic bullshit. So I think she feels like maybe it's just ice cold for a split second on those parts. And she just kind of lowers their hands to her lap and just... both falling apart, aren't we?
And I think you hear that laugh that we've heard a couple of times. That's like kind of grating, like dry sound from the queen.
It is ice cold, but she does not let go of her hand for now.
Name who the librarian is on call today.
Yeah.
I didn't give them a name.
Okay. I don't have one either. I was just curious.
Damn. I was like, so.
No, I think given that this is a very magical place, not a magical place that Amalthea is super familiar with, as she's probably been here before, but the whole thing with the Gravity Witch is that her magic was fast growing, and so she was constantly hopping from place to place to find new magic. Once she's like learned what she needed to learn. And so she's probably been here before. She's probably familiar with some of the librarians, but not all. And I think there was a level of, I think there was something akin to hope in a place of magic for her, because clearly she does not know everything, as her magic was not enough to stop the assassin, and so she hopes that there is somebody here who might have answers that could help them. And I think the librarian that is there, like everybody else on this journey, has been, or was rather, a little derisive and just didn't think there was anything useful or anything to be done or anything helpful. Not extensively anyway, and Amalthea is asking these questions and not getting anywhere.
And not to interrupt, I think maybe the librarian purposely doesn't give their name.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, don't report me to HR, or to not HR, to my manager.
Yeah.
I don't think the librarians have ever had names at the House of Grey Magic. That's a title that they sort of adopt almost.
The librarian.
Yeah. And there's multiples of them. Like, they take shifts, but their names have been sort of hidden away or stricken from records and things so that whoever happens to be the librarian on the watch is just the librarian.
But I do think in all of her questioning and mentioning of the assassin and the seeming power that they had, I think the librarian does relay that the magic that they seem to use, the cursed blade, the rumors that we've heard, seems to suggest new magic that has never been seen before in Holloway.
Yeah, I think that this librarian is probably like argumentative about it, and Amalthea is probably able to glean it from like this person getting more and more annoyed and just eventually letting I've never even heard of anything like that before, so I don't know what you expect to find here.
And I think once we leave, Amalthea continues to be just very quiet, very stoic, very one note, very mission focused. But as we are walking, she summons a diamond to her hand and crushes it. And the building behind the library, the House of Grey Magic, just sort of crumbles, almost like a bomb was detonated in the bottom of it. And when she opens her hand, a new diamond has formed in it.
Wait, sorry, you blew up a building?
Yeah.
Hold up.
I compressed a whole building into a new diamond.
Do we see this?
I mean, you see me have a diamond. If you're paying attention, she has a diamond. She quietly crushes it in her hand. The building behind you implodes.
I feel like we hear it.
She opens her hand. Another diamond appears. She pockets it. Says nothing.
Oh. I forgot about that spell, and it's one of my favorites.
What have you done?
Pardon?
Wait, you did that? What?
I removed something useless from the world.
Useless or useless to us?
Does it make a difference?
I'm inclined to think yes, but I'm not a student of magic.
Were there people in there?
Amalthea doesn't answer.
I think Trace, who's quiet at the moment, looks out into the mist and sees the wolf again, headed this time not for them, but for where the building was. And I think she just watches him sniff around where it was. Does a little huff. And I think she watches the wolf continue on towards a tall, dark figure. And Trace just reaches out, and then the mist sort of hides them again. I haven't been this close in a long time.
Can you all start making sense? What are any of you talking about?
Well, based on what just happened, apparently our very powerful gravity witch summoned somebody that I've been looking for. They're not close enough, but I fear I should thank you for that, Amalthea.
Only thank me if they're helpful.
No, you are very powerful indeed.
If only it were enough.
I think, like, at the start of spooky magic talk, Calanthe kind of, like, reaches for Faolán's shoulder and kind of, like, will just gently, like, not force him to, but, like, suggest he, like, hangs back with Calanthe and the queen.
Yeah, he's not gonna complain. He's
like, hang a couple steps back while they be spooky.
He is scared of Amalthea now. And sorry, there's police.
The police are coming for you, Amalthea.
Well,
I actually think it's fire
like
trucks, but it's funnier.
People, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So again, I apologize on behalf of New York City. But
we're
yeah,
in the anger stage of grief, guys.
Yeah. Oh,
that's fair. But yeah, absolutely gonna hang back.
No. I whether or not you are able to accomplish what it is we have set out to accomplish, one thing's for sure and two things for certain. You have an incredible gift. And like I said, I have been searching many, many years to catch a glimpse of the Prince of Death and the way you just summoned him. It may not be helpful to anybody else, but it is helpful to me.
Well, I'm glad I can be helpful to someone, I suppose.
I know what it means for it to feel like it's not enough. But you have done more than anyone else has.
Doesn't matter if it's not enough.
It does matter.
Not to me.
You are still young. You will learn that sometimes it is enough.
Amalthea just keeps walking.
Sorry, got weird there. We should probably not stay near this spot.
If you, like, stopped and turned around, I think Calanthe, like, kind of instinctively has an arm in front of the queen and Faolán.
The Prince of Death is near. We should move.
I think, too, just for flavor, the collapse of the building has dispersed a lot of the mist.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh.
it is extremely, like, the area around you can see almost all of, which is why you can see the Prince of Death so clearly.
Do the rest of us see him?
No.
Okay.
No, this is sort of a combination of visions that she has that are just sort of manifesting a little clearer at the moment. I mean, you could maybe if you tried really hard. Do you?
No.
I don't. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to answer for you. Do you see the Prince of Death?
No, that's okay. I'm good.
All right. I just am extra sensitive because I have his sword and like a piece of his robe. I've been holding on to trinkets from him for a while.
Normal.
So normal.
I think Calanthe might feel something that she's not familiar with. And if her back is still turned to the collapsed building, then it's just like the energy kind of changes. But it's hunter sense. It's not like the magic that she can see, and it's not anything that she's familiar with. It's just like, you're right, we should move energy. So I think she kind of she'll just reluctantly nod and lower her arm and take the queen's shoulder again, and they'll continue walking together.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before
I have one line that I want to say.
do it?
Questions for you, Gravity Witch.
And on that note, I feel like it's a good time to take our break here before heading to the next scene. That felt like we will get those questions and those answers in the next scene, perhaps. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
If I decide to ask them.
Alrighty.
I don't know.
let's head to break. We'll be back in like 10 or 15. So everybody pet your pets, get yourself a beverage or two. I'm currently drinking tea from Friday Afternoon Tea. And we will be back with more Our Queen Crumbles after the break. See you soon. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of Our Queen Crumbles. Things are happening. The queen is crumbling. Amalthea just went nuclear on the House of Grey Magic, which is like a big old library and stuff, because they were super unhelpful.
They can rebuild.
Yeah.
Or they can't. Whatever.
No, they can't. Care. I don't know. It's
none of my business, frankly.
Amalthea is terrifying, BT dubs, in case anybody wasn't already aware of that. We all saw things in the mist that continue to traumatize us. It's fine. So yeah, and as a reminder, everybody, we are raising money for the Trans-Latina Coalition for our Pride Month streams, which is going through July. And let's see. And there are some incentives for this game specifically. I think we have all the incentives for all the games up, but the ones for ours specifically are you can help our players find an additional rumor about the assassin, or give them an additional trait or item that we have on our handy dandy little player cards that tells us our different items and traits and fun, exciting things. And also it's a good cause, so go ahead and, help us out. Currently we are by the way currently at $350 for our charity stream, which is pretty amazing. And we are going to be raising money throughout the month of July as well, with a couple of our games, which we'll get to at the end of the stream. So that is that, which I believe takes us to where we last left off. I haven't been changing the locations on the map, and that's on me, really. So it takes us
only
to...
been to 2.
Yeah, that's true. I think I was focused on the Skywalkberg when we were there, and then I didn't. Anyway, so it is up to our Crown Prince Faolán to pick our next location.
Our Crown Prince, is that what you said?
How dare you?
Fuelán.
I was just gonna pretend that nobody heard that, but apparently you won't let me get away with that. Our crown
Sorry.
prince.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Ooh, our crown prince, Faolán.
Okay, that's horrible.
It's fine.
I wasn't
Okay.
gonna say anything, but then Fuelán said something, so I
Yeah.
had.
Honestly,
If
this
anyone's
is
gonna-
in character.
If anyone's gonna point out your insecurities, it's the teenager.
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
It's absolutely true.
No, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
How did you know?
Anyway, so let's go to the open air jail.
Perfect. That's fine. Please
Yeah,
tell
this
us
was
about
something that Fuelán would have demanded and not explained why. Enemies of the crown are banished here, doomed to never find their way out by magics that constantly draw them back to the heart of the forest. Their wardens are wood golems under the care of Elder Oak, a lumberdrake who cares little about the ways of the world. Republican rebels gather in a clearing, but all the curses they swear at the queen turn into screeching bird song. Outcast exorcist Luthier prefers to plot his revenge alone. Questions. What makes this forest perfectly mundane, and what makes it clear that it is a prison? Who can help you here? And for backdrops, we have the Exorcist's Retreat, Parliament of Republicans, and Elder Oak. And I am going to take us to Elder Oak,
Sure.
because to answer the question of who can help you here, Fuelán has permission to contact the Fae Embassy in any town that has one.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't know if you can hear, but they are coming for me.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh shit, it's the Fae police.
What have you done?
Yeah. And in terms of how the queen is decaying, I will get to that.
Sure.
But yeah. I'm going to go to the Elder Oak, and I'm going to knock on it like it's a door.
Ooh. And I think when I was growing up in the forest, we had all of these trees that were basically like hollowed out because they were so old, and I feel like the bark maybe like splits to reveal something like that, and it's huge. As how many Fae step out, do you think?
I think it's just one at first.
Okay.
Guard of some kind.
A guard.
And before I address him, I'm going to address Amalthea and Trace.
Mm-hmm.
If, when the queen is better, you wish to remain part of her court, you will never repeat what you see here. To anyone.
Trace
Amalthea
House.
just nods. Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to this guard. I wish to speak to my grandfather.
Jerry just coughs at that. I think the guard also gives a nod and holds out a hand like they're expecting something.
Oh, okay. I haven't been adding as much to the satchel. I technically didn't take anything last time. Hold on.
Well, there you go.
Take whatever you want.
Yeah.
Calanthe has something to offer and would offer if Faolán asked for help.
Oh. Should we all offer
Yeah, none of
something?
these are great.
Wait, should we all offer something?
Ooh, if you wanna.
Kind of
Yeah.
spicy.
That is kind of spicy.
If you want to give some shit to the Fae.
Yeah.
I do think I've given a lot to the Fae. I
You
think
have,
that
unfortunately.
Trace and Amalthea would probably clock that like Calanthe is less surprised and more just like giving a "Are you sure? But I can't ask you because I know you're gonna say yes. But also I'm uncomfortable with you doing this right now. This doesn't feel like a great idea." And she's kind of like fidgety, but she's not like shocked at all.
This whole time Trace is just like has like at the word grandfather, Trace like bent over and started coughing like that like when you choke on surprise kind of like
You just inhale too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to hand over 3 vials of spiced wine, 1 spiked with a numbing powder.
Ooh.
As described in the satchel.
If you'll allow me, I think the Fae will take that and then reopen their hand out to each of us like one at a time after that.
Mm-hmm.
But like once they take it and then reopen their hand, the thing that was given is gone. And when they open their hand to Amalthea, I think she reaches into the like collar of her tunic. I don't know, whatever the fuck we're wearing.
Whatever.
And pulls out a locket. And then with just like one yank, pulls it off her neck, snapping the clasp on the back, and drops it into the Fae's hand. And that is a locket with a secret inside. What is the secret? I've given it to the Fae.
Clever! Clever!
It's gone now.
I think Trace, having caught her breath, digs around in her robes and her pockets and reaches into an inner one and pulls out a fistful of they are dried, dead, desiccated flowers that she had been picking throughout their travels. And they look like brown and like they have those like lines down them like they had been crushed slightly. Some of them have like lost petals along the way. And she takes the guard's hand, turns it so its face, so that it is, that the guard's hand is on top of hers face down, and then she like puts her other hand on top and then flips their hands together. And so the guard is left holding the flowers. Will that suffice?
Might I flavor a little more, please?
Yeah, please do.
I don't think the guard holds their hand out to Calanthe. I think they recognize Fae touched when they see it.
Oh man, I had like a whole spiel ready for
Oh, well you can do it!
No, I was about to pop off at this guard if they asked me for something.
Okay.
This is much better. I think, if anything, when the... Oh god, hold on. My network bandwidth is low.
Uh-oh. You sound okay.
You're coming through
okay.
just fine.
Cool. Alright, we're fine. I think that when the guard doesn't put their hand back out and like the bark splits open more, Calanthe probably just like exhales, but is absolutely the last person through this door. I don't know if she would enter.
Oh, are we entering? I was thinking my grandfather would come meet us here.
Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I don't know if she wants to be nearby then.
I think I would say, Calanthe, I wouldn't bring us here if I thought we had any other choice.
Oh, no, I'm not. I know your reasons are good ones. Please don't let my fear stop you from doing what you need to do and what you think is right.
I wasn't gonna.
Good. We've raised you well.
While we're waiting for him, I've never actually met him before.
Met your grandfather?
Mm-hmm.
Faolán, I hate to ask, but who is your grandfather exactly?
Well, you would know, wouldn't you?
Me? Would I?
No.
Amalthea doesn't react to that. I want to be so clear. I was Alte.
I see what you did there. This somehow you're getting back at me for something.
Kind of.
It's kind of an answer that I would have given for sure.
Look, I am the son of the queen.
Right.
I am not the blood of the queen.
You're not. But she
She
I
did.
remember.
She did. And then she chose me.
I see.
I was made to look the same. She did it to stop a war.
And the other one.
I don't know. He's still there.
Have you ever met him?
No.
Okay. Would you like to meet him?
No.
Okay. Well,
She's my mom.
right. She is your mother. She raised you. And so we're calling... But we are now calling on your grandfather.
The god of luck, yeah.
The god
Very
of...
rare that I'm surprised.
So maybe, like, be nice.
Huh. Well... Shit. Okay.
I've heard stories. I know what he can do.
As have I.
I don't think I've ever told you stories of the god of luck.
You didn't need to.
Apparently. Huh. Well, okay. So, you are a prince in every sense of the word, then?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I should have been nicer to you when you were little instead of teaching, giving you lessons and stuff, huh?
You weren't supposed to treat me any different.
I probably wouldn't have anyway, actually. It's just, saying it to say, but alright.
This is the world I know. This is the world I will one day take the throne of.
And I feel like at that is when we see Faolán's grandfather step through.
Yeah.
What does he look like?
Ooh.
Is your grandfather?
I think he's very tall. Yeah, I picture like golden robes and like big antlers, but like unlike Calanthe, like truly fucking massive, like more similar to like what a moose has, I think. Yeah, if other people want to describe other things.
Golden robes, I think given that he is also a fae, but he is the god of luck, I'm like something in my brain is like you can't quite look at his face. Like looking at his face is almost like looking at the sun.
Hell yeah.
Because it's just so like it's like ever changing. It's too bright. It just doesn't quite. It's like not a feasible thing. Yeah.
I think for his clothing, the fairy binder, who is described as the most fearsome of the fae gods of this realm, is known for their loom, and they weave threads of human souls with this loom. I think that makes up part of like the embroidery on his robes. So I think that this inability for humans to look at him is both resplendent and like a primal fear. Like it's a, you are not supposed to be in this thing's presence. And I think Calanthe feels it intensely. I do not think that I think that she probably had a hand in her pocket ready to give a gift if need be. But when that door opens, she is frozen to the spot. If anybody else is closer, she is not closing that distance.
I think I'm not affected by his presence.
You shouldn't be.
I think I turn. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think Trace just drops to both knees and sort of like is
Smart.
essentially like, head bowed, all fours, not looking at this, at the god of luck.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. You have called upon me.
Yes, it's good to finally meet you.
Yes, you too, child. It has been too long.
15 years.
I admit, I was surprised that you have not come sooner. It is unusual for one of ours to stay away so long. Have you been treated well?
Yes, very.
Why do you come to me now?
I need a favor.
You ask for a favor.
And I'll gesture toward the queen. My mother was attacked.
That is not your mother. Your mother is just through those doors.
The woman I call my mother was attacked. And she's She's falling apart. I need you to change her fate. I need her back.
Change her fate. Her fate has already been changed.
Change it back, then. Please.
And what will you offer for that bargain? You are a child of this realm, young one. But you are not familiar with our ways. That is perhaps the fault of myself. But now is the time to learn. What do you offer for such a big favor to change the fate of one whose fate has already been changed?
I would give you my ability to change. I would keep this face and never put on another one.
A face for a soul?
Is that enough?
I don't think so.
Okay,
For
then
what is in your heart, what is in the heart, the soul of a person is not the same. All of us can change our faces. It is not enough.
Well, what would you want, then?
What do your friends have to offer for such a favor?
I look to them.
Think.
Oh.
I think there's like a long pause that kind of indicates that people are actually entertaining this idea. Calanthe would step forward and kind of close the distance towards the voices that she's hearing in this. Actually, I think she could probably see the Fae clear as fucking day. Your doorman asked nothing of me to see you. You know what your god has taken from me already. If I'm the one who needs to entreat with you, just say so.
All I am saying is that a soul is a big question.
And a thread of mine belongs to your god.
But not to me. You were not asked for anything because you have given something to the Fae already that allows you to entreat with us.
And of the pieces that have been taken?
That is your bargain with the binder, not with me.
It was no bargain.
Was it not?
It was an attack. I barely made it out with my life.
But you have your life.
Only thanks to her. Our Lady of Mist, Moss, and Morning. Not thanks to any Fae power.
And I think he looks back at the queen at that. Taking in her, how she appears and her movements and just studies her for a little bit. I'm curious what the queen is doing in this moment, to be honest.
I think she's just watching. This is technically my first time going against her wishes. She never wanted anyone else to find out about the trade she made, or what I am.
Yeah, she just can't really voice her protest anymore. She can't necessarily stop walking with us, so.
And I think as the king is watching, it's like assessing the queen, Amalthea, he's not looking at her, but she almost like fidgets in the sense that like, because it feels like her work is being assessed.
Mm-hmm.
And she is not comfortable with it. She's not happy with it.
Yeah, I think he's trying to see what's still left of her.
Is this a good moment to pick a decay?
I had a plan for that.
Okay.
It could happen now, I think.
No, you do you.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Absolutely,
If
I'm
it's
on
the
board
same
with
one
whatever
that
you
I'm
want to do.
If we
thinking
want to continue to play this out and see what happens
I'm
before
fine
we
with
get
that,
to that decay.
100%.
Yeah. I still haven't heard a bargain.
Yeah, I'll look at the rest of you and just, well,
Can you help her? You're asking much of us without promises, guarantees. You seek to take, but can you give?
I can change luck, being the god of luck, the fates of someone. Faolán is correct. It's but changing someone's fate doesn't necessarily. It could fix whatever this is.
You don't know.
Neither do you.
it doesn't matter what he knows. Just fix it.
He can't, child.
Of course, if anyone can, it's him.
And so maybe no one can.
That's not true.
You can't fix it, can you?
If the bargain is strong enough, if the will is strong enough, perhaps. But
That's not a guarantee, Faolán.
I don't care. Give him something.
surely you have something worth the soul of a human?
Several.
That...
I say several, and I summon that diamond back to my hand.
I was literally going to say that. That's literally what I was going to say.
I think in this I don't know. I'm just looking. I'm trying to see if Trace is doing anything in this moment. I'm like, what is Trace up to in this time? I think this entire time Trace has not gotten up from where she sort of collapsed down, and I think she's I do think that in at the end of this like conversation of stuff, she does look up briefly at Faolán. I remind you, Faolán, that the Prince of Death haunts us. I have seen his wolf. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't think your grandfather can fix this.
Fine, then just buy us more time. Something. Tell us. Help us find the person who did this.
I do think that if Amalthea offers up the diamond, that our grandfather would, that the god of luck would take it.
How's he gonna take it?
Huh?
Is he gonna physically take it from her? Because that's not happening.
Is she offering it up or not?
No, she's holding it.
She's
She's holding it. Yeah.
I mean, Faolán did say that he's really tall. I sort of feel like there's like the hand that like long. I like imagine long spindly fingers.
Yeah.
Here, like reaching to like and just
he starts
with, like,
to reach for it, and she will like basically unsummon it. Can you help us?
If I can't, who else can?
That's not an answer.
Amalthea. Please.
I know you think he can help us. But all he's offering is games.
Don't you want her to get better?
I do. And that's why I think we should leave.
In like a pure, just like little kid rage, I'm gonna just, and it's probably not like powerful enough to do anything, I'm just gonna like run over and shove you.
She'll take it. She'll take the shove.
Give him the diamond.
No, child.
What does it fucking matter to you? You just killed that guy.
Because he cannot help us.
You don't know that.
I do.
Trace, Calanthe.
Trace has one thing that she will summon, and it's almost the opposite of the diamond. I would say, actually, it's almost like the opposite of the diamond that Amalthea offered. It is just a very smooth, round orb that is probably the same size as the diamond, and it is blacker than anything. It's obsidian, and probably Amalthea would recognize, like could feel sort of this like void of energy, whereas the diamond has like all of the energy of the gray magic, the House of Gray Magic, and all of the people who were in it in the library. This is just like an orb that is just, it's like a black hole of nothing. All I can offer is this. And I think she picks it up and like drops it at the feet of the god of luck.
Is that enough?
I sort of see him picking it up and then crushing it. And then I think... But I think it's in that way of like, he's whatever it is, he's crushing it in whatever it is he's doing to try and like...
Almost like a spell component.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like this would have been enough of an offering to do what he needs to do. But almost like that when he crushed it, it went wrong. Because of whatever this orb is.
Calanthe can't see much of the physicality of that item.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that she is able to see that void.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's able to see him attempting to use it. Or attempting to draw something from it.
Mm-hmm.
As it crushes, and is able to see the resulting nothing. Like almost like the sputtering of intent. And I think she reaches into her satchel. She pulls out what looks just like a, how should I put it? It's probably about the size of her hand. And it really just looks like a wad of crimson thread. And it's, if you look at it, you'll notice it's wriggling. She crosses the distance to the god of luck and extends it. I don't know how many more lives or trinkets it'll take for you to consider this a worthwhile venture, but maybe one of your own will do. And bound in that crimson thread is a small silver fairy.
Ooh, okay.
If you won't accept the pressurized souls of multiple mortals, surely, in your eyes, this is equal to one.
It's a very fancy trinket. But you think a lesser fae of my realm is worth the soul of a queen?
Please.
We're wasting time.
Faolán, there is one other option.
What?
A trade. A fae soul for a human one.
You mean I go back with you?
Yes. You have been gone too long.
No, I need her.
You can't have both. She lives, and you come with me. Or you stay.
No, there's no point. Then
Then I should go.
no, please.
Faolán. He cannot help us.
You shut up. Do you really think she'll still love you when she's better and she finds out what you did?
I'm not here for her love.
Then what the fuck are you here for?
It's no concern of yours.
I think it is if I'm to be your king.
We shall see.
Faolán, you can't be king if you go with him.
I know. And I turn back to my grandfather. No. I can't.
And I think he just puts a hand on your head. And then turns to leave.
And I think the tree closes. And I'm going to... Okay, let me look at the wording of this decay. I'm going to run and hug the queen. Just, I'm sorry, Mama. And she has her one arm around me and she's holding me. And then it becomes just a little too tight. And I look up and I shove away from her and she pushes me to the ground as her soul begins to slip, causing bouts of evil possession.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
I'm so sorry.
That is one of the options that I'm seeing on the list here.
Evil possession?
Yep.
Wait.
I'm
Oh,
seeing
no, that's-
unconsciousness.
That's the
Huh?
veiled tyrant is evil possession.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Wow! Okay.
I mean,
Back it up!
I'm
mean,
okay with keeping it though.
I don't
mean-
mind it.
I was just like, I don't know where it came from, but
I know where.
Okay.
I was like, that's the other side, but
Ah,
I kind of
shit.
love
It's
it.
bad?
No,
It's bad?
I kind of love it.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
alright.
Alright,
It's already in the notes.
Yep,
That's on me. That's my bad.
Canon. No,
that's all
sick.
right. There are 2 queens who had that on their bingo card. Yeah.
I like unconsciousness too. Maybe she does pass out after that.
Up to you, baby.
You
But-
tell whichever one. I'm good with either. I think the
Same.
evil possession's great.
Yeah, maybe just one evil possession and then
Maybe
the rest
one
of the
evil
time it's
possession for
just
a
as
I
a
like
treat.
that.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, so I think she shoves me to the ground, and I obviously don't know what's happening. So I think she's mad at me. And just,
I think you blink and Calanthe's between you two.
I'm sorry. And I'm gonna just like burst into tears and take off running.
Your Grace. Calanthe has like a hand out between, like facing the queen. It is like kind of looking for her to recognize anything or sense that she's recognizing anything.
And I think seeing that sort of flit of evil possession, Amalthea will just start sort of chanting under her breath. and there was just like a sort of flit of like crystallized magic in her hands that she sends into the like statue of the queen towards her eyes. And there was like a small flash, and then the sort of, I mean, it's still a statue, but sort of the tenseness of that statue relaxes. Your Grace.
After she's calmed, Calanthe will kind of turn heel and head towards like the traces of our little changeling.
Yeah. We kind of went over the background, skipped over the background questions for this scene.
Oh,
I think
that's
on
fine.
Me.
No. They're just guidelines that are
Yeah.
meant to be ignored. We
I
answered
mean,
one
I
of them.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I think when you find him, he's just, like, run his little heart out for a little bit, but didn't get too far. And I think, what was it? It's like, how is this a mundane
What makes
forest?
it clear that it's a prison, and what makes this forest perfectly mundane?
Yeah, the perfectly mundane thing. Oh, well, I think, yeah, okay. So I think you find him and he's just, like, on the ground sobbing. And I think he's, like, leaned up against a tree that, like, it has a little, like, the trunk of it is hollow, and, like, he's sitting in this little round thing that you realize, like, it's, at first glance, it's like, oh, weird tree that, like, has a little, like, chair space in it, and then you realize it's meant to be a cell. It just happens to be empty right now. And he's just losing his goddamn mind.
I would love to add something here that in this cell tree that Faolán is sort of leaned up against, that there is a carving in the tree, like somebody had scratched out, had etched out a message. And I think that the message is, this is like the exact message that you find countless lovers have like etched into trees for ages and ages and ages. And I think this is in symbols. You have the like X, couple of initials, heart, couple of initials, but I think in this case it's symbols that perhaps indicate that one of, and maybe it's symbols, maybe it's letters, but one of them is very clearly the initials that like are G and an initial that would be known as our queen's last name. Mm-hmm. And then the initials on top of it are ones that we don't recognize necessarily. This is why I think maybe it is symbols, because I feel like there's like maybe like a crown and then like a dagger of and maybe like a dagger of sorts.
Yeah.
Maybe there's both initials and the dagger, but like I feel like we get that little, as Faolán has run off and found this like hiding jail cell. I can speak. We see that carving, or Faolán sees that carving. That, because I kind of love the rumor that they loved that the assassin loved the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I love it.
I was like, we're in trees. What kind of rumor do we find in trees?
They were in love.
That at one point,
They were in love.
we've never talked about who Faolán's real, not
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 Faolán.
father.
Other Faolán.
If other Faolán's father is.
Faolán
True.
Prime.
Human Faolán versus Fae Faolán.
I mean, Faye Faolán thinks
Faye.
he's Faolán Prime. Fuck that other guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
She was willing to be like, yeah, you can have this baby.
That's so crazy.
Like, I was clearly the cooler baby. What's up, you cool baby? Yeah, so you find him just absolute mess. Oh, I think she, The cruel irony of her not being able to see that carving, of all people. Oof. I think that she... I mean, obviously hears him. And honestly would just kind of, like, sit. Give him a wide berth. And just sit on the ground next to another tree, maybe. And just kind of lean against it. I think that she is absolutely fucking torturing the fairy in her hands. Like,
Would
it's
I-
become like a stress ball, maybe.
Would I be able to like hear that or sense that?
I don't know. It just says that it's a small silver fairy bound in crimson thread. So I think that she's just kind of like toying with it in her hands, like this fucking useless thing. If it's not even worth this. It's not worth one person. But she'll kind of tuck it back into her satchel and just plop against the tree and stare up at where she knows the stars are.
And I think I sense that you're there, and is still crying, but kind of does that teenager thing where it's like, okay, well now someone's watching me cry, so I need to stop. So he's like starting to like calm down
Try
a
to
little
like get
bit.
it together.
Yeah.
I can't see you, you know.
She's gonna die, and it's my fault.
Oh, I don't think it's your fault, Faolán.
I couldn't. I want to be with her. I couldn't.
I have known your mother for quite a while. I cannot imagine a reality where she would be okay with that bargain.
I know.
I don't think she would want to live in a world where you're not there. I think you know that.
I don't want to have a world where she's not here.
Yeah, me either.
What are we gonna do now?
Keep looking? Or we switch gears? Start looking for that assassin?
Okay. I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to. If you want to do something else, I will follow you. If you want company.
I don't know.
Then I'll be there.
Okay. Is she okay? I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. I think it may have been a piece of something from the attack that lingered. But she's okay. She seemed to be back to normal.
Okay.
She didn't know what she was doing. It was not her.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll go back.
Take your time.
Yeah.
I can come back and get you if you want a few moments.
No, I want to see her.
Okay.
And, I think as we walk back, I, look at my mom and just, like, hesitate a little bit, but I will go and hug her again, and it's okay this time.
I think she has, like, no memory of what happened. I don't think she's
Fuck.
has any idea
Yeah, no.
that she did that.
Yeah.
It was like a flash of
If she
whatever
did,
the opposite of lucidity is.
if she did, I would have removed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Faolán is just, like, not looking at Amalthea.
I do think Trace in this moment is staring at the is sort of staring at, because Amalthea and Trace sort of stayed, I think, where the queen was and where you guys had run off from, near the elder oak. I think that as she's looking at this like elder oak tree, I think she like sort of goes out to touch the bark and gets this, and then like draws her hand back really fast as like this like face of a demon sort of pops out in front of her and backs away. Like, shit. Fuck. That's all I got. Just I need to get out of these woods really badly.
Yeah, me too.
There are strange things that linger here. Bad things that linger here.
Like the stupid Fae.
Not all Fae are stupid.
I don't know. I'm inclined to agree with Faolán.
I'm the only good one.
Well, that's what I mean when I say not all Fae are stupid, because we have
Right.
one who's like, you know, you're pretty smart when you feel like applying yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's go.
All right. And I think we move on. And I know I just put this in chat. I do think that perhaps, given how these scenes go, and I know how long this epilogue can potentially take, that it might be for the best if we go ahead and skip to the tree under the mountain. If
All right.
everybody's okay with that.
Oh
I'm
boy.
fine with that. I
Right.
want to add one little
Please
thing
do.
on the tail of this
Yeah,
scene.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Whenever we stop to make camp, I think Amalthea will go and sit near where Faolán is, wherever that is, presumably at the queen's side.
Yeah, yes. Fork found in
and-
kitchen.
Mhm.
And she will pull out a sort of like faded looking leather bound journal and hand it to you. I know my reasonings may not seem clear, and I know what I said before. But I love her too. And she will leave you that book, and if you decide to open it, which you could not.
No, I will.
Decide to.
He's nosy.
It is a journal with childhood stories about the Queen.
Oh.
From Amalthea's perspective, in which they are sisters and best friends and frolic amongst the kingdom and the castle. And it's just lots of little stories about them.
Hell yeah.
In this moment of respite, Calanthe is weaving together a flower crown that's like looks like it's out of thin air, but if you were to look closer, you would see it's out of the sap that she bleeds.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay.
God.
Don't worry about
Sure.
Your whole thing's so fucked.
Yeah. That's
You're
terrifying.
low-key having the worst time.
Holy.
And I'm the one whose mom is dying.
Right.
I'm just in denial. It's fine.
It's good. No, it's everything's fine. Okay.
It's fine.
I think Trace is just really quiet, and she's looking out into the dark, looking for that glimpse of that tall figure she saw before. There's a part of me that thinks that this was a vision of the demon face, and I feel as if that demon face is really just the face of the Prince of Death. I feel strongly about that.
I also feel, if
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah.
I too feel.
Yeah. And so I think she like is, yeah, I think she just is staring off into the distance while the rest of you are having moments like she's not interacting with anybody and has sort of she's not her normal storyteller chatty self full of ball malts and wisdoms and whatever. Yeah. So I think that brings us to the tree under the mountain. And Tay, if you wouldn't mind, since reading the description for the for the tree under the mountain.
This place has a legendary history and a loathsome draw. You must decide for yourself what you find here.
Oh.
The question, what is the tree under the mountain? And the backdrop, the tree under the mountain.
Mm-hmm. So this is our conclusion scene. And based on all of the rumors that we have learned, we must answer the question, what is the tree? Who is the assassin? And in what state do we find them in? We have some options. But we also, my favorite thing about the conclusions for the assassins is one of the options is something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
We're killing this bitch, though,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna kill him. Okay. I'm glad we're all.
If we're killing a building full of people who didn't do anything, then I would hope so.
They were just at work.
I
They
feel
were
like
just organizing the stacks, man.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
No, I think you did exactly the right thing, and I
It
am
was
here for you, and I
amazing.
support you.
that was
Thank
not
you.
shade.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just
Admittedly, I have been known to support women's wrongs full heart, like with my whole chest. So, you know,
Period.
Hey, I support women's rights and women's wrongs.
Exactly.
I don't think
Period.
Amalthea did anything wrong.
And that's feminism.
Yeah.
And that's feminism. Let her do some murder as a treat.
Yeah,
She's had a hard
as a
time.
Have you considered she was Angie?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Okay.
So let's talk about this tree. What is this tree? What does it look like?
what is it is such an interesting question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
I
little
mean,
concerned about that.
It's one of the questions, right? What is the tree?
Yeah.
Is it a tree?
Ooh, is it a tree?
I mean, I think it's a tree.
I think it has to be a tree, but
Or maybe it just
Oh, I
looks like
don't-
a tree. Is this
Why
like
do I
a...
feel like it is a Fae trick?
Oh,
Why do I
he-
feel like it's
Like it's a mirage.
yeah.
is it made of bones?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
need
it
someone to
is.
clip that so bad.
It's giving no thank you the ocean.
Yeah.
It could be made of bones.
Is it made of... I think it's made of bones. I really do.
It's gotta be now.
Now, yeah. I don't
I
think
just thought
there's...
it might be kind of fun, kind of scary if it was made of bones.
But kind of silly, goofy.
Kind of
silly, goofy. I feel like this is where... I feel like the Prince of Death is like waiting under this tree of bones
Oh god.
with the wolf at his side as we come up. And I feel like this tree under it's a tree under a mountain, and I think that's
Yeah,
interesting.
whatever that means.
Yeah, like in the shadow of the mountain, are we like going through a mountain? I feel
There's a tree under there.
yeah, like what I don't know that it's like way deep under the mountain, perhaps. Maybe it is. Maybe we've like trekked a very long way to get to this and gone through. Oh, I hate this. Is the idea of like is basically caving to get to this tree under the mountain, going through these narrow passages to get there. I hate caving. I think it's terrifying.
We can't cave too much because our queen is made of stone.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, that's a good point. But a little caving,
A little caving.
a little darkness.
Yeah,
As a
like
tree.
two scary passageways that look like they're never gonna end, and then
Yeah.
there's like an alcove almost that's got like a skylight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Just this impossibly large tree that's reaching up and like almost through the skylight.
Yeah.
I feel like
I did steal that from a video game. but
sure,
it's fine.
yeah.
Fine. Everything's stolen.
No one has to know.
No,
I don't even know what
admitted
video,
it.
I don't
You
know what
won't know
video
which
game
one it
is.
is.
I don't know what video game is, so
Yeah.
sorry,
I've never
I'm
heard
sorry.
of that.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I feel like in this scenario too, if we're going through the mountain to get to the tree under the mountain, this is a scenario where Calanthe not being able to see doesn't matter, right? Because none of us can really see where we're going.
Oh yeah, this is like if we're talking narrow walls, she can kind of like find her way just feeling.
Yeah.
And maybe leading the way, because she could kind of feel like under her feet and everything. And whatever this tree is, I think again, it's just like maybe she can't see the whole, like all the detail of it, like with the sight that she has, but it's like a strong, like if you stare at something for a long time and then you blink and its impression is left, she could see the impression. And if the Prince of Death is indeed there, then there is just like a mass in the center of that impression where like part of the trunk should be.
If the Prince of Death is there, is that us saying that the assassin is the Prince of Death? Or is that the Prince of Death is waiting with the assassin?
Or is he just chilling?
That's a really excellent question. I feel like it could go either way.
I think the assassin is also there.
So it's the Prince of Death with the assassin.
Yeah.
Can we see the Prince of Death and only you see the Prince of Death?
I think in this instance, underneath the Tree of Bones, that everybody can see him.
Okay.
Feels right.
I feel like the
Oh my God.
assassin...
No,
No, go
sorry,
ahead.
you started, please.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the assassin is waiting there. It's just like waiting. And sort of knows on some level, like they know we've been hunting them on some level. What were you gonna say, Julia?
No, it contradicts what you said.
Oh, maybe it's better.
Well, So my idea, because one of the conclusion options we have here is the assassin lies dead at the foot of the tree under the mountain. It could be the Prince of Death is here for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like what you said, so we could
Do you want to take killing him from you and us?
I mean, I don't, but narratively it's cool.
It's true.
But I don't necessarily want that. That's just me being a writer about it.
Sure. I mean, we have
like
we have a buffet
dramatic
of options
irony.
here.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. We have a buffet of options. Julie just keeps sinking lower in his chair.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's also because I'm sweaty.
That's fair. I don't know. I could go either way with this one.
I feel like
like
we need
both.
to do a coin flip because
Yeah,
none of
I
us
feel
are.
good about
I'll do it. I'll roll. I'll roll.
Yeah,
There
roll
you
it.
go.
Let's
Do
roll.
it.
Evens
Hold on.
and odds.
I'll pick my prettiest, largest
Or do you
D20.
want to do high and low or evens and odds? What are we doing?
I was gonna
Evens
do
and
evens
odds.
and odds.
Okay, let's do it.
Evens, assassin is dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
evens for dead. I rolled a 20.
A nat
Well-
20?
Yes.
Did you fucking? Oh
I
fuck!
rolled a 20.
So I
Well,
think.
he's
well,
dead as dicks.
If this was another game, that would mean something great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, it's
This is
just
great.
Yeah, this is great. The assassin is dead at the Prince of Death's feet, underneath the tree of bones. Incredible.
Do we, from looking at them, get a sense of how they might have died?
Probably. I think. Oh, you got something. I see it. I see it.
I had a thought.
Do it.
Because one of the rumors, which I don't know if we're still doing rumors, but you know, we missed one,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
was, and also this is wrong, because the past tense of if you're hung by, if you're a person and you're hung is hanged,
Yeah.
was
Yes.
hanged by the hangman golem long ago but survived. Perhaps his
Oh.
time has come. Perhaps he hanged himself.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Woo!
there is that he loved the queen
Mm-hmm.
moment,
And if this,
and it
like,
may not be a he. We're attributing
love-
some
yeah,
pronouns,
yeah.
but
Well,
But also-
I was going to say, I think seeing his face.
mm-hmm. Looks like Faolán, doesn't it?
Yeah.
shut up.
No.
Hey, not my dad. Hashtag not my dad. Some other kid's dad.
Good goddamn. Okay. Okay, so we've put a lot of things into motion.
Yeah. So this is the scenes that we stumble upon. The assassin dead at the Prince of Death's feet underneath the tree of bones with the face of Faolán, an older version, a more weathered, scarred version of the young Faolán. I think that, and we go to the tree, go up to the tree. I don't like the question. There's a question too of the prince is still waiting there, and we have this queen with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trace just breathes out, and there's like sort of this smile on her face. Like, yes, this was what this journey was meant to be, and this is where I am meant to be in this moment. And I think she puts an arm on, or she puts a hand on the shoulder of the queen, of the one that's missing an arm. The shoulder that's missing an arm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do this alone. Will you all help me?
What do you mean? What are you doing?
He's here for her,
No.
Faolán. We can either watch her slowly continue this, or we can let him escort her.
We don't even know why.
Sometimes there's not a reason why. Sometimes things just are. We do things, they do things. People do things to each other. And things happen.
Mama? Our Lady of Mist, Moss, and Morning.
She'll turn to you.
Mama, I love you.
Calanthe. I think Trace reaches out a hand for her other hand for Calanthe. Please? Oh, you're muted?
Fine.
Okay.
Amalthea will walk up to the queen. And for the first time in many days, look at her. And she'll take her stone hand and put it on her chest, and then put Amalthea's hand on the queen's chest. I'm sorry I failed you. She'll step back.
There's a mark on your chest from where her stone hand was. On yours.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm probably covered at this point.
I didn't forget.
Yeah, I think the palms of Faolán's hands are just gray now.
Yeah. And I think, Calanthe, are you joining us? Or I mean, Trace is holding her hand, but would you like to do anything?
I think she just produces that flower crown she was working on and will, like, crown her with it.
Oh my god.
Until we meet again.
I think we...
I'll follow you soon.
I'm gonna take Calanthe's hand.
And I think we as a group escort her to the Prince of Death under the tree. Because the queen only has one conclusion. The queen is truly dead, and her amalgam body lies lifeless. I think that the Prince of Death will take her hand. I mean, I think she just collapses underneath the tree, really, as he stands over her. He touches her face. I'm like seeing that. And I think Trace will sit at the base of the tree in between the assassin and the queen and just stay there. Does anybody else have anything they want to do?
Oh, please.
No, I was just gonna say I think Faolán surprisingly is all cried out. I think there is, like, as much as he's been fighting this, there is, like, that weird relief that comes when he realizes she's not gonna fall apart any more than she already has. Oh. Didn't say anything about Julia being done. Wow, that snuck up on me.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay by Calanthe and just stare up at the assassin. And I think I know, oh my god, I think I know why he did it, even if I'll never know, really. I think he found out what happened to his son. So, feeling like the impetus of all of this, but also knowing intrinsically that it's not my fault, but knowing that doesn't make it any better, because look at all of this fuckery and all the nothing that this accomplished. And I think he just leans on Calanthe.
Save mine.
I think
There's two things I may want to do, and I'm debating on a conclusion, actually, so
Okay.
you're good.
we'll see what you two have to say.
Yeah, well, this is, I feel like, the pre-conclusion, so we'll get to the
Yeah.
real
Well, I mean a
epilogue after
character
this.
conclusion.
Oh, yeah. That's what...
Oh. Are we okay?
I have one that I might insert now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do my character conclusion now,
Oh my god, okay.
because I
Yeah.
know I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll do
Mine
mine
will
after.
be... I have one
Sure.
also.
Yeah. Okay.
I think after the Prince of Death leaves, Amalthea will say nothing and walk out of the mountain. Because the queen is dead, and so there is nothing left for her now. And so she walks I just had a second thought. She walks back to the water under the mill, where the wishes, the impossible wishes, form into meal that you can make into bread that you can eat to forget.
Oh my god.
Oh, well.
And she eats the bread. But
Okay, sure.
But it removes the memory, it doesn't take the pain. So she, feeling all of this rage, all of this vengeance inside of her, calls upon a forbidden spell that she learned. And trades away her magic for something darker. Becomes an ever vengeful wraith, her own brand of magic traded for darker powers, and is sort of just wreaking havoc on the land, I feel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she is. Damn.
That is Amalthea.
I'll do Trace's conclusion because it's a very simple one, and I think I think this is after Amalthea leaves, and I'm not sure exactly when Faolán and Calanthe leave, but I do. Do they not? Fair enough.
Seth, I swear to God.
No. It's fine. I think.
No, I love it.
I will amend my statement a little bit here then. I think this is before the Prince of Death leaves. I think this would be before Amalthea leaves too, actually. Which means that most of you, I think, would be witnesses to this. I had a thought that as the queen that remains of the statue laying sort of on the under the tree, I think we get like some growth start to happen around this statue as she becomes part of the tree under the mountain, and like these like roots that are also bones grow around her, and I think the Prince of Death turns to leave, and Trace at this moment, who had been sitting by her, stands up quickly and puts her hand on the prince's shoulder and turns him around and kisses him. Why else do you think I've been hunting this dude for like hundreds of years at this point?
Girl.
And I oop.
And I think she walks off with the prince.
Okay.
And this like
I mean, good for her. Goddamn.
I've been around a long time.
Well, I had a conclusion. Now I'm gonna homebrew one.
That was a totally homebrewed conclusion for myself anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to. I had one picked from literally session 0, and I'm going to throw it in the trash now, and just homebrew one.
Oh.
So, I think that Amalthea leaves. I think that Trace kind of like, well, literally turns her back on Calanthe and Faolán and just like departs. I like to think it's just like a portal that just kind of like swallows both of them up together. And for Calanthe's part, I think that she is still holding on to Faolán's hand, and what he would feel is like a sudden like pricking like in his fingertips as parts of her skin start to burst into thorns. And it's, I think that she, on feeling it, on having just given away the queen, having watched the other 2 people of their party leave both of them, she like takes a deep breath and is like kind of trying to like fight this blessing, which she hears the words, "The thorns that grow upon your skin shall not bother you for long, my child. They protect your most precious fruit." And she kind of like wills them into something more akin to like armor. Like instead of being on her hands, they're now like really sparse like thorn plates like on her forearms. And she will then take Faolán's hand again, and she, I think, for the first time since she's gotten all these blessings, when she feels that piece of her soul like start to like try and like go to the fairy binder, she like fights it a little bit. And I think that she is trying to like grasp at it. Of course it doesn't do anything, it doesn't work. Like this blessing is upon her no matter what, it's a curse. But she will just kind of, she'll just kind of sigh and she'll look down at him. I was ready to give up. But your mother and I raised a fighter. So, would you like to go hunt the fairy binder with me?
How long will that take?
A lifetime. Or maybe just a year. We get lucky.
I need to be king. I need to go home.
It's your choice. I won't tell if you don't.
Maybe I'll get everything settled at home, and then I don't know, maybe I can join you sometimes.
I'll be at court whether you want me to or not, so we can put a pin in it.
Okay.
As long as you're alright with me continually bursting into various pieces of plants.
If you're okay with that.
I'm not. Not anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I have to do what she raised me to do. But I want to help you.
And she, like, is roughly able to probably approximate where the top of your head is and, like, pats the top of your head. You'll be a fine king.
Okay.
Let's go home.
And yeah, Faolán takes the throne. He listens much more to his advisors and doesn't just assume he knows everything. And he, I think he sets aside some nights to aid Calanthe and make sure the fairy binder doesn't dare to come near this place. No one ever learns the truth that he wasn't of the Queen's blood. No one ever learns who the assassin was. He obviously has no way of knowing what Amalthea has become, but the door is always open to her.
Oh.
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 Exciting.
Might be taking that back when he learns some things, but for now. And I think Trace is given the highest honor. Wow. In her memory. Yeah. Cool game.
That's everyone's conclusions.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fun. That's real fun. I love
Good
this
job,
game.
everybody.
Yeah. Oh. God, I love this game.
Deep
Everybody,
breaths,
take
deep
out your
breaths.
card for how many times you cried on camera and add one.
Yeah.
I saw all of you.
I know.
I'm still on
definitely.
one.
Saw all of you.
I
I
got
got a teeny teary, but
that
no
counts.
tears fell out of my
That
eyes.
I know.
counts. Your little
I got
pug fear
myself,
counts.
bro.
Yeah, you did get
Yeah,
yourself,
you
and I
sure
thought that was
did.
great.
You self-owned.
That's the best kind. It's when
Yeah.
you
Guys,
can
remember
make
to take
yourself-
your meds.
Yeah.
It's my meds time. Hello.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us for this. I love this game, for this incredible story.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's truly such a stunning game, and I'm so grateful that I have these wonderful freaking players who wanted to play this with me. Makes me really happy. And thank you, audience, for coming and hanging out, and for your donations, and for supporting us and supporting the Trans-Latina Coalition. It means a lot. I hope you enjoyed Our Queen Crumbles. Let's do some sign-offs and let my players, our players, say a little bit about themselves and who they are and where we can find them and in other games and stuff before we get into some channel stuff and I talk about all of the things that Sword and Key has coming up. We're gonna start with Tay, and when Tay, you go, I'm gonna have to run to the restroom really quickly because I've had a lot of tea.
No, you're fine.
And that because I know that I'm gonna go last in all of this anyway. So Tay, take it away.
I will. Tay, get away. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow.
We did it.
Yep. All right.
Roll credits.
Sorry. I simply had to. You
Yeah.
set me up. Hello. I have been and will continue to be Tay. You can find me on the internet at Taycro, Taycro. I'm also on Twitch, twitch.tv/itsTaycro. I've been streaming over there a little bit more, so please feel free to check me out over there. And I am floating around on the internet playing games, doing things. So social is going to be the best place to find out where I'm doing that. I also have a podcast. I have a couple of podcasts, but this is the important one. Jesus Christ. TRPG is where you can find that podcast. I will have a couple episodes coming out in July, including one this Friday if you are watching this live. So please feel free to check that out. It's an interview podcast where I talk to people about the stuff that they're making in the AP and TTRPG space. And I'm really excited about the 2 interviews I have coming out this month. So please go and check those out. I think that's all I do. Yeah, that's everything. This has been so fun. I would play with any of you again tomorrow. So thank you for having me, Sword and Key.
All right. My timing is so good. Julia?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Labouche. You can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11, BlueSky at QueenJulia11. I also have a YouTube channel, which is just my name, Julia Labouche. That is Labusch. On there, you can find a playlist of all my previous AP appearances, some videos of me singing, an original audio drama, and a staged reading of my original play Lightkeeper. Speaking of, if you go to Instagram and follow at Lightkeeper_play, this October in New York City, Lightkeeper is getting its first ever fully staged production at the Rat in Brooklyn. And our crowdfunding campaign launched today, actually. So the link to our Fractured Atlas page is on Lightkeeper's Instagram. We have a ton of cool perks for folks who make fully tax-deductible donations. Those perks, there are some that are relevant if you're able to join us in person, and some that are awesome if you can't join us in person. One of them is a script consultation from me for any other writers out there, or audition coaching from my incredible director, Michelle. So, yes, please help us make this play a reality. It's really good. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote it. Coming up in terms of AP, The Snowman is currently releasing on Roleplay Retcon, I believe, every other Wednesday. Drops on all podcasting platforms first, and then will be on Roleplay Retcon's YouTube channel a few days after the fact. This is our remake of the awful 2017 Norwegian crime thriller, playing an original system called Gunpointing. And then on July 10th, I will be on Nerds with Dice doing the second part of a To Serve Her Wintry Hunger 2-shot, where I am playing Flame, who is a big dumb furnace wolf. And I'm having such a fun time. We're having so much fun being petty little bitches at each other. It's great. That's all my things. Thank you so much for having me. I have been your King Faolán, who I was kind of running out of steam, but I feel the need to say will be a good king. Yes. Thank you.
Seth.
I don't have nearly as much to say. Holy shit. Hi, my name is Seth. I've had the pleasure of being Calanthe. As far as like other shit that I'm doing, I don't know, follow me on BlueSky. It's the link's in the chat. Just go do that. I'm not spelling it for you. It gets annoying. Otherwise, you can find me here at Sword and Key on Saturdays, except not this Saturday. Next Saturday, the 11th, we will have a new episode of the Indigo Nexus, which is an Invisible Sun actual play, where I have the best fucking time playing Kairos Levantis, who is a connected artist of the Order of Goetica, who cages adversaries. We are winding up towards the season finale, where it has been teased for I don't know how long in chats by my game master. Is going to just be the most normal house party ever that definitely won't end up in any murders, or demon possessions, or breakups, or anything else that would just make my character fall apart. Although we are not playing actively this Saturday, we are airing part 2 of my character's backstory. So if you want to, you can stay tuned and go watch that VOD. It was very fun because I got to play the version of him that is not just newly traumatized. It was back in time when everything was just happy-go-lucky, and I was just breaking into people's houses and stealing doormats. So if that sounds like your idea of fun, you should totally tune into Sword and Key this weekend and watch that. Otherwise, I had an amazing time playing this game. I love all of you very dearly. I would play any system with you anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. Ditto. So much. Thank you so much, everybody. To kick things off, I am Lady Dame, or LD, and have been playing Trace on this game and I organize this nonsense. I am mostly here on Sword and Keys these days. So I'll talk about all of my games I can talk about when I talk about the schedule for Sword and Key, because frankly I'm in quite a few of them. I don't have much else going on outside of Sword and Key at the moment, although, the theater right now is really slow and will be for a while still. So, I'm free if people need a player. That's my day job, is just theater stuff. Anyway, but one of the things I can't talk about is that I am an affiliate for Friday Afternoon Tea. It's our favorite tea shop in the Pacific Northwest. It's actually the gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm currently drinking tea that I made. It's fruity nonsense. But you can get 10% off your order using the code The Lady Dame from Friday Afternoon Tea for all of your great nerdy teas and gay teas. Although I was going to say the Pride teas just went out of stock, but there are still gay pirate teas, so go ahead and check those out. The other thing, I am in the podcast Monster Crush, which I get to do with my friend Derek, where we talk about cryptids, creatures, and monsters of myth and legend and whether or not they are smoochable, which most of them are. There should be a new episode coming out this weekend. It's our 4th of July America episode, I guess. Actually, Derek did say yesterday that it's going to be about America's favorite cryptids, which are the fearsome critters, which I love fearsome critters. So I'm very excited about it. We haven't recorded it yet. That's why I had to think about it. But that should be coming out Sunday. Otherwise, we have over 100 episodes if you want to go check that out. I don't join until like episode 60 though. So, you don't have to listen to like all of them if you don't want to. Let's see. So, also we as Sword and Key, as a reminder, we have been raising money for the Trans-Latina Coalition, which many of our games, we still have a few games that are raising money. We have a number of charity games continuing on, and I will talk about that when we talk about the schedule. We also have a number of affiliates that help support the channel and help us run things. You should go ahead and check them out. Those affiliate, I just put all of the links and codes in the chat. Most of them the code is Sword and Key. We have an affiliateship with Eldritch Foundry for which does custom minis. Hit Point Press, which are the publishers of Humblewood, among many other very cool TTRPG system things and supplements, and they have some really great stuff, music as well. And then also Long Dog Dice, which is our friend of the channel, Jen, who runs Long Dog Dice and makes amazing, beautiful custom dice and fidgets and glassware and clothing and all sorts of stuff that you might love for your D&D game. Lots of custom stuff. You can get like custom glassware with your D&D characters' stats, which I think are really cool, and I need them for myself. So there's that. As for the Sword and Key coming up, we have our next thing is going to be on Friday, July 3rd. We are having our 4th episode of Harbingers. That's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific. That is a show that I am in. This is the spin-off series from Horizon's Call. This is the 2nd season of Harbingers. We were really excited to get to do a 2nd season because we didn't think we were. And we're fighting vampires who are also pirates. So, vampirates? It's fine. We just had the tax collectors take our blood, which is definitely not a problem. Yeah. Then on Saturday, as Seth was mentioning, at 10 a.m. Pacific, we have the Indigo Nexus. We have the character development episode for Kairos. I actually think we're airing 2 character development.
There's also Rowan.
So we're getting some backstory on Kairos,
Asher.
and then some backstory on Rowan as well.
I may have included him in part of my backstory without telling him, and I just messaged him as it was happening on screen and got like a question mark. It's fine.
Incredible. I'm so excited. If you haven't been watching the Indigo Nexus, I highly recommend it. There's some really amazing, weird shit happening. I'm behind, but man, all of y'all are doing such a great job. Also on Saturday is July. So this is most Saturdays, July 4th. At 3 p.m. Pacific, we do have Horizon's Call, which is our long-running D&D 5e campaign. Actually, I think they're using 5.5 now. That is a nautical campaign. That's been ongoing for a long time. So that one's super fun. Also pirates, lots of pirates. It's on the fictional nautical world of Damars, lots of pirates. On Tuesdays, at 7 p.m. Pacific is Gate Nights. Which is a game which is also what I am in. That is a game that is the only video game that we are currently streaming on this channel. It is Derek, Shadow, and we are playing through Baldur's Gate 3. We are in end game. We just had our first big combat in game, so we're like on the way to actually finishing the game. It's been 2 years and some change. We're making it through, and we're almost at the end. It's very exciting. And I think that's it. I thought we still had some charity games left coming through. I will say Harbingers is also raising money for the Trans-Latina Coalition. And Horizon's Call is currently raising money for Feeding America. And I believe that's currently all that I see on our calendar. I know that I thought we had another episode of Redwood's Rumble, but maybe not. Anyway, I believe that's... Oh, and we also have movie nights on our Discord, so you should come check out our Discord. They are currently on Sundays. Normally they are on Friday nights, but while Harbingers is running, they have moved to Sundays. We're in the middle of watching the Paddington movies, I guess. We just watched the first Paddington, so this... And those are every other week. So the next one will be Paddington 2, which I don't remember which Sunday it's going to be. It's not this Sunday. I think it's the one after.
I think so.
Yeah. And
the 12th.
Yes. And I believe that is everything. Yeah. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. It's been, I have, so much time on my hands. I was unemployed for the months of June and July mostly. So I was like, let's play all the games. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. It's been super fun, and we hopefully will see you around. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.